What's up, everybody? All right, guys. So this can from the car is so much later than I wanted it to be. And I'm not blaming Sean because I know Sean has a fan base and everybody loves Sean. I love Sean. But it is late because I love Archon. They gave me some stands to use. And Sean rips them off of the car. Okay? Okay. And there's a little girl on her freaking scooter in my car. And it sounds like someone is dragging a body. And now she's staring at me every time she goes by the car. They're like, why is he in his car talking to himself? All right. Their parents are going to be like, don't go to that house. So anyways, this is the one that I usually use, right? Well, Sean just rips it off this, and now it won't stick. So, never fear. Archon gave me a ton of different options. Ooh, my teeth are red because I'm drinking red stuff. And so I had to go find them. But Sean sometimes hides stuff. Like, he tries to help and clean up, but then he hides stuff. So then I had to find them. And then I dropped the phone and I went live for like 3 seconds. It's been a day. All right, guys, we have so much to talk about. I have my fan just in case I get a little overheated, because you guys know me, I get overheated. And before we get into sales and stuff, because I had surgery and I was on a restricted diet, I decided to keep going with my diet. So I'm doing like high protein, no carbs and sugar, which makes you sweat and fart. I'm just giving you a heads up. If you do the freaking, I think it's called keto diet, get ready to fart, okay? These kids, you know what? It's a good thing I didn't have kids. Like, they're annoying me. I know most people should be like, oh, kids, I love them. They're annoying me. That's mean. That's so mean. All right, guys. Okay, so if you've never been or seen a Ken from the car, they're in my driveway. If they get hurt in my driveway, can I get sued? Do I need to go put down the law on these two little girls? Get out of my driveway. Oh, they are way too big to be on training wheels. Should I go shame them? Should I be a bully? That is not good. Okay. So if you've never seen a Ken from the car, so essentially what I do is I sit in my car and I talk. I'm supposed to stay focused on the sales and what I want to talk about, but it doesn't happen often, especially since I don't have a handler today. So because I can never stay on topic, usually Jasmine's with me or Sean, and they keep me on topic, but they're gone. Jasmine's down visiting her family and Sean's at work. So I'm all by myself. All right. So I am drinking protein mixed with raspberry ice and my new obsession. So if my lips are red, that's why. So my new obsession, then we'll get to the deals, is this. Look at this ice, you guys. This, oh, see? I'm already in love. It looks like I'm wearing lipstick, guys. Okay, so I don't want, okay, see, Miss Hawkins, I think, says, that does not mean just tell them to leave the drive at your property. Then I'll sound like when I was a kid and I would drive in people's driveways, like an old cranky man would be like, get off my driveway. I don't want to be like that. I usually make Sean go do it. All right, guys. So before we get to the deals, I have to tell you, this has changed my life. If you guys don't know, I bought an ice machine like 3 months ago, and I loved it, but it was bigger kind of ice, and I couldn't chomp it with my teeth because that's bad. And so I wanted crunchy ice. I've never been to Sonic, but I went there and had their ice, and I was like, I get why everyone likes ice. And this ice machine literally makes ice that looks like Sonic, and it's crunchy. Look. It's kind of life-changing. It's kind of expensive. It is really expensive for an ice machine, but you have to stay hydrated, and I love ice. Like, I chomp on ice anyway, so I might as well get ice that crushes easy and can't hurt my teeth. So anyways, just need to tell you, I am so hot already. This is so crazy. Oh my gosh. Oh, did you get it? You're going to love it. You are going to love it if you got the Opal ice machine. It is awesome. It's called the Opal, and it seriously makes ice just like Sonic's ice, and it's crunchy, and oh, it's so good. It's not noisy. It's amazing. It's called Opal. I think it's called All Brands is the maker, but I don't know. I just call it the opal. Probably because it makes opal. Like, that's not an opal. I don't know why they call it opal. Oh, everyone, I just want to let you know, I did a live on Facebook to show the opal machine. And I told everyone, like, I love chomping on ice. I got probably 20 private messages that were like, Ken, you need to check your iron. You're deficient in iron if you like ice that much. Which I've already checked. I'm not deficient in iron. I just have ADHD, and chomping ice will stop me from chewing my nails. So I'll chew my nails a lot. But having ice, if I chew ice, I won't chew my nails. Okay? Okay? All right. Okay, so let's get into the deals. And then we have a lot of other stuff to talk about. So, Cricut this week. Okay, let's first start with the fact that my Cricut coupon code has changed. Everyone's asking why. Why is your Cricut code changing? So essentially there is this thing called Honey. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it, but it's a place you can go to like apply coupons to the cart, and it checks a whole bunch of coupons and see if it works, right? Well, come to find out, a lot of the affiliate codes were in Honey, and people were using codes that technically were not like our followers, because those codes are really for you guys. Like, we don't get paid on the codes. We get paid on if you use the links down below. So Cricut is making us change every 3 months. So that's what's going on. So my new code is KKC10. So like Ken's Creations Cricut 10. Okay? Just got to get that out there. All right. So before I start with the sales, and I'm going to tell you what I do with the links, because there's a lot of links, but I'm going to tell you why. Make sure you're Access member. You get 10% off. I tell this every Ken from the car, so you should be one. But it's a way to get 10% off all your purchases, and you can combine it with my code. So it's like getting 20% off. So basically, vinyl, tool, craft tools, cutting tools, rulers, pens, faux leather, acetate, party foil, and fabric is all 30% off. Okay, so 30% off, and I always let's use an iron-on. Let's say it's $10. 30% off brings it down to $7. If you're a Cricut Access member, you get another 70 cents off, so that brings it down to $6.30. Use KKC10, that gives you another 10% off, brings it down to like $5.42. So that's why I always tell people, make sure you're a Cricut Access member, because you can combine the discounts. So really, vinyl is not really 30% off. It's like 47% off, which is a really good deal. There's a link down there that says faux leather, acetate, party foil, and more. Check that one out, because there is brand spanking new product that's 30% off. The acetate's really cool. In fact, I ordered some today, so definitely check that out. Also, I just wanted to touch base that the Cricut Explorer Air 2 is in 5 colors now. 5. I would like to know which one your favorite is. So there's mint, raspberry, black, sky, and flamingo. I have notes over here. So I'm not just like randomly looking over there. I have notes. But I want to know which one's yours favorite. I think my favorite is the mint. And the maker now is in mint. So the maker comes in mint, blue, rose, and champagne. Okay? All right? Okay. So now let me tell you what I did below that. So here's the deal, guys. I am obsessed with everything matching. We live in a world where we want everything to match. Like Anna Griffin has her colors and everything matches. Like I talked to Michael Crow and my good friend Jeannie, and I don't know if I should say this, but they had a secret meeting with Anna Griffin. I don't know if it was secret. They had dinner with her. And then Michael sent me a photo of all of Anna Griffin's stuff. She has like Xyron machines. She has her Impress. She has a little die cutting machine, and it's all her color. And everyone likes things to match. Well, I worked feverishly today trying to find everything that matches. Oh yes, I did all the work for you. Now, I have found in my research that mint is now the biggest collection. I love mint. It's my favorite color at Cricut. But you can get the mint in the maker, the Easy Presses, well, Easy Press 2, the Cricut Explorer Air 2, Bright Pad, cutting ruler, true control knife, tool set, self-healing cutting mat, acrylic ruler, and of course the mat. So that's all of the mint colors. They don't have the mint Cuttlebug anymore on the site, but you can get it. There's a lot of stuff, like they used to have Cricut Cuties in mint, but they're not on the site anymore. So if you like go on eBay, you can find all the mint stuff, but it's super expensive. Don't do it. That's a lot of money. Okay, so I gave you all of the links if your favorite color. I want to know what your guys' favorite color collection is. Mine is mint. I thought it was going to be blue, but it's mint. So they also have the next biggest collection, technically, is the rose collection. And you can get the rose in the maker, bright pad, Cuttlebug, cutting ruler, true control knife, tool set, acrylic ruler, self-healing cutting mat, and the rose mat. Okay, so there's a lot there. There was also a rose Cricut Cutie. It's no longer on the site. Who knows if it's coming back, but you could have gotten that. The next big collection was the blue. And it's not really blue. It's like a light blue, kind of. And that one, they have the Blue Maker, the Cricut Explorer Air, the Cuttlebug, the cutting ruler, true control knife, tool set, acrylic ruler. They also have the brand new storage. There's a rolling storage and a machine storage. It's in navy. So it technically doesn't match that blue, but I still put it there. Now, the least collection is lilac, which is very surprising because lilac is a beautiful, like, I thought it was like one of the most popular colors. I saw a question about Cuttlebug. Is Cricut no longer making the Cuttlebug? That is correct. The Cuttlebug has been discontinued. So once they're out of stock on site, they're gone. All right. So the lilac you can get in the cutting ruler, true control knife, acrylic ruler, self-healing mat, machine mat, the Cricut Cutie, which is still on the site. And then technically there's a purple machine tote and a purple rolling tote. But they're not lilac, but they're purple. And then, of course, there is the raspberry. I used to say raspberry wrong, so everyone's like, Ken, it's raspberry. And that one, you can get the Cricut Explorer 2, all of the Easy Press 2, all of the Easy Press totes, the Cricut Cutie, and the rolling and machine tote. So I've done all the work for you. You just go use my links and you can match your entire craft room. Wouldn't it be cool if like they partnered with Xyron and Thermalweb and released all that stuff between the two? Jennifer asks, what is the difference between the Air 2 and the Maker? A lot. So the Air 2, so let me explain the Cricut family. Okay, we'll start with the Cricut Explorer 1. Cricut Explorer 1 is great. It is for an entry-level craft person that's going to be doing basic items. It only has one head on it, which means you have to change your blade and pen in and out. And there is no Bluetooth in it, but it's at a great, reasonable price. Then there was the Cricut Explorer, which was the original. It has been discontinued, and it's the Cricut Explorer Air now. And it basically was the Cricut Explorer 1, but they added 2 heads so it could draw and cut at the same time, and it has Bluetooth built in. Then the Cricut Explorer Air 2 came out, which was essentially the Cricut Explorer Air, but it was twice the cutting speed for iron-on vinyl and cardstock. Then everyone prayed and said, we need a machine that can cut fabric and balsa wood and do so much more and have an adaptive tool system. I don't know if people prayed, but I'm saying they did. And the Cricut God came out and said, here you go, is the Maker. The Maker is my go-to machine. It is my favorite machine. And I'm predominantly a paper crafter, but I love it. So the Cricut Maker is in a league of its own. First of all, it still has the double head, but it has something called the adaptive tool system, which essentially is a system that can be added to, and they've released certain tools for it. They've released the scoring wheel, which does a true deep score on cardstock. They have released the knife blade, which can cut the brand new balsa wood they have online. It can also cut thicker items. They've released a rotary tool, which cuts fabric without it being bonded, and it has 4,000 grams of pressure. Now, this is 10 times the amount on the Cricut Explorer 2. It's got better control. It has a gear system that controls the blade instead of just a swivel system. So it is an amazing machine. So it is the Cadillac of the Cricuts. It's a little bit more expensive, around $350 right now, but it's well worth it because it can cut thick materials and the precision is out of control. And it's pretty amazing going, or to see the difference in it. So coming from Cameo, I don't know what that said. Let me go back. So coming, getting Get Maker instead of Cameo 3 and Curio. I can't say get Maker instead of the Cameo. For me, I would. I think the Maker blows the Cameo out of the water. The Cameo 3 is more comparable with the Cricut Explorer Air, maybe the Air 2. I am not a Curio fan. Nothing against Curio. I know there's a ton of Curio fans out there. Me and the Curio did not see eye to eye, and it was not a good interaction. However, between you and me, all 149 of you, I'm very intrigued because Silhouette has invited me to their summit this year again, which is May 5th through the 10th. Normally the summit is 3 days. This time it's 4 days, which I'm wondering if that means they're releasing a machine, which would be about on par because Silhouette hasn't released a new machine, I think the last machine was 2014, could be wrong, which was the Cameo 3. So I know they haven't released a machine at least in 2 years. So hopefully they're coming out with a new machine. Now, what that machine can do, if it's comparable to the Maker, I don't know. The big difference between Silhouette and Cricut, I'm going to tell you guys, is the software. And of course, the accuracy. In my opinion, the software in the Silhouette gives you more features, but it's a little bit harder to learn unless you know Photoshop. In my honest opinion, Cricut Design Space is way easier to use and it's self-guided. However, it's kind of like Pepsi and Coke. People have their favorites and they get very defensive. So I have all of them. I use them all, but Maker is my machine of choice. All right, so there you go. Now, this is a very serious topic. We are very close to Easter. And if you guys know, around Halloween, I did a call out there saying I needed Ray Dunn Halloween. And I've kind of lost my Ray Dunn spark a little bit just because I've been so busy, which we'll get into in a second. But there are 3 things I really wanted from Ray Dunn Easter, and I haven't been able to find them, and they are super expensive. And I gave you a link to show you, but they are these pastel. Angela, who is in the chat, found me this one. Thank you, Angela. It is yellow and says Happy Spring. However, there is a pastel pink one that says Peep Peep, and a pastel blue one that says Hop to it. I cannot find them, and they're like 80 bucks online, and I'm not paying 80 bucks for a mug. Normally I would, but I'm not going to. So I'm not saying you have to go to TJ Maxx and Home Goods and Marshalls and look for them. I'm not saying you need to do that. But if you do see those, I will pay like double and shipping because I want them that bad. So if you see them, look at how cute they are. Now there's a whole bunch of other Easter ones that are just plain with colors inside. I wouldn't say no to those. I wouldn't say no, but I really want this because this little Happy Spring who's yellow, he misses his brother and sister. The Hop to It is his brother, the Peep Peep is his sister, and he just did an ancestry DNA test to see if he can find them, and no results came back, so I can't find them. So there was a question, when will Cricut update software to work with Safari on Mac? So that is a great question, and I did a lot of research on this, and I have found out it is not just Cricut. So I don't know what's up with Safari, but Safari just does not work with a lot of companies. And I don't know what's up with that. I even emailed Apple to say, what's the deal? Because like Chalk Couture, anytime someone enrolls in Chalk Couture, if they have issues, it's usually because they're using Safari. As soon as they use Google Chrome, it works fine. In fact, I don't even use Safari anymore because I'm so frustrated with Safari not working with certain websites. So Google Chrome is my go-to browser, and I have a Mac. And I think it's just Safari. So they're trying to, I know Cricut's working really hard to try to fix it, but I think it's Safari because the many websites do not play nice with Safari. So they need to update it. They need to figure it out. I don't know what it is, which really, really, really bugs me because I bought my MacBook Pro because it has the touch toolbar and I can do all cool stuff with it. And since I don't use Safari and Google Chrome really doesn't use the touch bar, I don't get to use that feature very much. Which makes me throw shade at them. But I just use Google Chrome for everything because I kept having problems with Safari on everything. So I don't know what the deal is. Wan says her Cricut works with Mac and Safari. Some people are not having issues. That is true. Other people are. It's weird. I don't know what it is. Some people have issues with Safari and some don't. I'm one that definitely has issues with Safari on certain websites. Okay, so remember, I'm just saying, you don't have to make a special trip, but if you're going by one of those places, you should get it. All right, so that was everything I was going to initially talk about. All the links are down below. I do want to talk really quickly about Sean joining us. I'm sure many of you know that Sean is leaving his job. Tomorrow is his last day, and he'll be joining the Ken's Kreations crew. Now, Jasmine's on vacation this week. Jasmine only works Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and she only works like 10 to 2, so it's a really short time. Sean will be here all week, and I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. Melissa says, where are those cups at? These cups you can find at TJ Maxx, Home Goods, or Marshall's. All right. So here's the deal. I love Sean. Sean loves me. I don't know why Sean has a hard time with communication. It's not just me saying this. He just has a hard time communicating and confirming and doing stuff. Like if you say, hey, Sean, can you do this? He won't say anything to you. He won't do it. And then you'll be like, can you do this? And he'll be like, well, I'm going to get to it in a minute. I'm finishing A, B, C, D. And I'm like, why didn't you say that? So this could either be the start of a beautiful business adventure or the demise of me and Sean. I don't think it'll be that bad, but I am super excited. So I'm not telling you, please support whatever influencer you love out there, whether it be myself or someone else. But when you guys do use our links or support our chocolate tour or watch our YouTube, it does help us support. I am literally just skimming by to get him here. I wasn't planning on having him join Ken's Kreations for about a year more, so a year from now, because financially that's just what I had to do. And he literally one day was like, what do I need to do to join you? I want to work from home with you. I want to be with you. I love doing this. Like, it's a very interesting turn because in the very beginning, he loved doing stuff with me in Ken's Kreations, but he wasn't invested in it. He is invested in it now. He wants to be live all the time. He wants to get to know you guys. He wants to start crafting. He wants to do videos and edit, which is super, super, super exciting. But it's also setting expectations. So I'm not kidding when I say Jasmine will be his boss, just because I need that buffer in between us. So I can go to Jasmine and say, hey, we need Sean to do this, and she can go do it, and I don't rip his throat out, you know, or he doesn't rip my throat out because we've been in a relationship. This will be 20 years. So we just have certain things about each other that we get on our nerves, like anyone else. But he does amazing stuff. So I'm super excited, but it's funny because I've been setting expectations like, Sean, we really have to keep personal away from business just because, it's really interesting. People think I just sit around all day at my house and play with crafts, which is not the case. Like from the moment I get up to the moment I go to bed, it is Ken's Kreations full time, running around, shipping, getting caught up on comments and questions, creating content, creating tons of stuff. And a lot of stuff has kind of fall through in the cracks. And I'm really excited because Sean will be here during the day, which means for my patrons, if you are a patron, my live chats are coming back because we can do them during the day, during the week. Because I'm also implementing kind of a rule where nights and weekends are going to be reserved for us because we need downtime. Because if not, there won't be that separation between work and personal life. So I'm really excited for that. Plus, he's really excited and happy. Every day he gets home from work, he's like, 2 more days and stuff. So it'll be interesting, but we are going to be, and I'm not kidding, just kind of getting by because he didn't make like a ton of money at his job. I mean, he made right around 50,000, but still we have to make that up now. So I'm like, Sean, you have to sell a lot of Cricut and you're going to have to do a lot of Patreon stuff because not only that, but we have to also pay for our benefits, which is going to be around $2,000 a month, which is 24,000. So really, it's like 74,000 that we have to make up. But he'll also be doing a ton of content, so he's gonna be doing a lot more edited, shorter videos. Which reminds me, I get comments all the time from people saying, "Ken, we miss your lives," or don't get rid of your lives because we want to see the true Ken and stuff. So here I want to just explain to you because you're my closest people. The people that watch Ken from the car, I feel, are really close to me because this is the truest Ken there is. But here's the deal. if you are brand new, you don't know who Ken's Creation is, and you see his live and it's 2 hours long and it's like, oh my gosh, most people don't watch it, right? And just a sec, guys, I'm gonna, there we go. So I'm making a lot of shorter videos just for the people that are just getting introduced to Ken. So you will see shorter videos around, like, of course, Chalk Couture, but we're also going to be doing card tips and craft hacks and stuff like that. But we'll always continue to do like at least 3 lives a week. So don't worry about that. Lives are not going away. Because lives, I love. They're my favorite. But I am really excited for Sean to join. Jasmine's really excited just because when Jasmine started, she too was like, I didn't realize how busy, you know, you are and stuff. And I miss her so much. She's only been gone 2 days, really, because she only works Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. 3 days, but I miss her. So she needs to come back. Cheers. So, just a sec, guys. They're coming out in full force today. Oh my goodness. There we go. So yeah. Aren't you guys excited? So, let's also talk about all the events coming up. So a lot of people have been asking, are you going to start touring the nation or doing all that good jazz? We're slowly working towards that. May is crazy. I'm gone the first part of May. Then we get back, we go to the Silhouette Summit. We get back. A few weeks later, we go to a Chalk Couture convention, which is the welcoming Canadians to Chalk Couture. And then we get back from that and we have one more trip. So May is crazy. At the end of May, we're going to be going to the Puyallup Stamp Book and Expo. So if you live in the Washington or Pacific Northwest area, I would love to meet you guys there. I'm super excited. And Sean's going, which he didn't get to go last year, so he's excited. Kathy asks, Ken, your coupon code's not working. So coupon code has changed, KKC10. You can't use coupon codes, unfortunately, on machines. Bundles are brand new stuff. Oh, Crazy About Cricut's coming to Chalk Couture Convention. I'm so excited. Crazy About Cricut actually goes back. I don't know if you guys know who she is. She goes back to the beginning of Cricut, kind of like me and Melody. Well, I mean, even probably prior to that, but a lot of people in the Cricut used to have a thing called, it was kind of a Cricut, it was Cricut Circle, it was like a Cricut club. You had to pay to be part of it, but you got this exclusive like chat board and we could all chat and all that stuff. And that's actually where I started everything. Like that's where, because I was like one of the only guys there, and that's where I got to meet Melody. And then they did away with those chat forums and kind of went over to Facebook. Hi, Cheryl. Cheryl's my Chalk Couture wife, just so you guys know. Cheryl McCartney. Yeah, I can't wait for Dallas too. So for people that don't know, Chalk Couture is going to Dallas for their Chalk Con this year. And I'm excited for 2 reasons. Number 1, it's awesome. It's like a party. But number 2, compared to last year, I have a lot more team members coming. They're giving us more time to be with team members. So I'm really excited. It's a party. It is so much fun. And Chalk Couture is growing like crazy. So there's a whole bunch of people I get to meet. And it's exciting to see where the next one is. Cheryl will be there because she's my wife. She has to be there. Have you used the Cricut for faux leather yet? Yes, I have, Laurel. Yes, I have. I was like looking at I was like wanting to make sure I remembered, because Simple. I'm so glad you put your name on there. I didn't know you were called Simple Card Making. I met her and we're BFFs. Okay, I have used faux leather for Cricut. I like it. You can use the faux leather on any other machines. It definitely is not as thick and dense as leather, but it gives the same look. And it cuts really good on the maker. But yeah, it's good. Happy birthday. Yeah. So I'm really excited because I get to meet a ton of people at ChalkCon. Sean will be joking me. No, I'm just kidding. I am excited too, Sean's joining, but I had to sit down with him and give him really good expectations about kind of um what we do every day, because I don't think he even knows what we do and stuff. Well, thank you for increasing your Patreon level. I've actually lost a lot of Patreons lately, which is my fault. It's, whoa, that car was going fast. This is a residential area, sir. And it's my fault just because it is hard. As Chalk Couture has grown and Cricut's grown, it's interesting because I'm part of Chalk Couture and Cricut, and both have really boomed in the last year. I think Cricut is getting more in the mainstream of people's eyes, and there are a lot of people that we're in a DIY revolution. So a lot of people that weren't necessarily crafters are buying these makers and explorers to do things on their own. And so it's had a boom, and then Chalk Couture's had a boom. And it's been great, but it's also been a lot of work in the past year. And so it's interesting because a lot of people don't see the work that goes into Ken's Kreations until they join us. And when I decided to go on my own, I thought I was going to have it made. I was going to have all this extra time. I wasn't going to be busy. And I quickly found out I needed an assistant, and Sean joining will, it'll help. So, Patreon, I hate to say it was because Patreon, basically you can support $1, $2, $5. It was one of the things that kind of went by the wayside because I have to create files and convert a Cricut magazine and do all this stuff. And then one of the other things I was doing was giveaways, which then Patreon said I can't really do anymore. And then we also did like these meetings, or not meetings, but like a hangout. But people wanted Sean to be part of the hangout. So we would try to do them on weekends, and then weekends would get busy. So I feel bad. So that's one thing that's going to be way better. And then just free up time and stuff like that. Hi, Misfit Crafter. And stuff. So I'm super excited for my Patreons because I'll be able to do a lot more, because I know a lot of them have either reduced or left, which I probably would have too. I'm not blaming them because the rewards just aren't there. But sometimes, you know, I've come very close to even shutting down my Patreon. So, but I won't, because I know a lot of people like to support us and stuff. So, you're sneaking me in at work. Oh, Melody Lane. It's her birthday today. Happy birthday, Melody. Let's see here. Kathy says, I hadn't seen you do much for Cricut and mostly Chalk Couture. So, Kathy, that is actually a really good topic that I'd like to talk about. I use my Cricut all the time. Here's the deal. When I started doing Cricut videos, there wasn't a ton of us doing them. It was me, Melody. In the beginning, even Lori Noonamaker wasn't doing them because she hadn't kind of joined us. And I was doing a ton of Cricut videos. Now, if you go on, there's a lot of people doing Cricut videos. And one of the biggest things I want to do once Sean starts is I kind of want to do a Cricut University, which is teaching people the basics of Cricut design space and stuff. It's great because one of my friends just bought a Cricut, and she gave me great ideas on, as a beginner, what do you want to cover? Because when you start doing Cricut and stuff, you kind of, like, for me, like, uploading an image is easy. I know how to do it. And I feel like everyone knows how to do it. So it was good to sit down with her, and she would say, okay, how do I do this? What's vinyl compared to HTV? So I'm doing a whole series on the Cricut design space and how to use it, the difference between iron-on and vinyl. It's one of the things I'm really excited with Sean joining, is that's going to be one of my new projects, because hopefully he can take over a lot of the other stuff while I do that. And I want to do like a weekly live. Some of them will be edited, but a weekly live. I know I can't use Cricut University because a lot of people already have that name, so I'm going to have to come up with something else, or I don't know. But yeah. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, Cheryl. You have a maker and it's still in the box. I bought a new machine. I won't talk about it. But it's still in the box too. So, but the maker is super easy to use. If you are familiar with any of the Cricut design space, it's easy to use. It looks intimidating, but it's not. You still can't define what is reverse weeding. I will do a video on it, because it's a cool process. But Yeah, I'm really excited for it because I use my Cricut all the time. I love my Cricut, and I end up doing Chalk Couture because Sean loves doing Chalk Couture. And so in our nights, I have to pick because as soon as Sean gets home, we do a live, and he tends to want to go to the Chalk Couture side, but I'm really excited for the Cricut side to do that and stuff. So you got to send me what you want to see and stuff in Cricut and stuff. There's certain things I can't show you because it's against their rules. Not rules, but like it's just not ethical for me to show you. So please do not ask, is there a way I can bring in images from Silhouette or vice versa? Just because I can't. Kathy, that's a good point. A lot of people could have canceled their Patreon because they're not interested in Chalk Couture. And to your point, my focus has been pretty big on Chalk Couture in the last 2 years, or not even 2 years, a year and a half. And the reason why is that it was such a new concept and there was no videos. People really needed education around it. And Chalk Couture was one of the biggest reasons I got to leave my job because of my team and the team growing and that income coming from a direct sales. It was the catalyst that let me leave my job. So plus I love it. I'm not going to lie. I have never been, there's nothing against vinyl. Vinyl's great. It works great. I have never been a vinyl lover because I hate weeding. If it's Cricut, I get frustrated and you have to start over. And for me, Chalk Couture was a solution to that. And it was a really good solution. And so that's probably why a little bit of it has changed. You do, you can. Oh, thanks, Alex. It was kind of funny. I had a nervous breakdown in October because I'm a people pleaser and I want to make sure everyone was happy. And I remember Melody reaching out to me and she says, you know, I did the same thing, Ken. I was stressed and all that stuff. She goes, one day I read a book and she told me to read the book and I did. And the book was all about do what you love and you can't make everyone happy because you're going to start saying yes to things you really don't want to do. And then that's where the depression comes in. I don't know if you've ever watched that video. Lady Gaga has an excellent video and article about she was a people pleaser and saying yes to everything. And it increased her depression. Just so you know. And just so you know, Chalk Couture can be used on cardstock. Just saying. I say a lot. I'm sorry, guys. So, anyways, Kathy, that was a long answer, wasn't it? Kathy, just so you guys know, goes way back as a supporter, even before I had Patreon, and I really adore you to pieces. So thank you so much for continuing to support me. Gosh, Kathy goes back probably 2013. She was when I had my little tiny blog and I made my cards that looked like a first grader made them, I had so many lovely people that would be like, Ken, great job. And they were the ugliest cards, guys. If you go to my blog and look way back at my cards, like they literally look like a first grader made them. And there was comments back then, people back then were like, good job. My best friend, Allie, who doesn't hold back on like joking around with me, I remember posting a card and she just goes, man, you've come a long way in your card. I was looking at your blog at some of your first cards. And she started doing like side by sides. And she was like, no offense to your old cards, but the name of the book, I'll have to remind you. I think it was Your Day. I don't remember. I'm sorry. I don't remember the title. It's a short book. It's like 60 pages, quick read. And the whole idea is, just to give you a synopsis, and it'll explain why Melody puts that out there. I'm sure you guys have seen Melody puts a lot of posts out there that's like, be good to someone today, or put good out in the world and they'll come back, or here's my vision board. And that's what the book's all about, is thinking positive, thinking about, you know, if you think positive and if you work towards positive and you put good out in the world, it will come back type of thing. So there's days I challenge it because like, I feel like there's days where I'm just down, but it's not because of not putting good in the world. You guys all know I suffer with depression and anxiety. There's certain times of the year it really kicks in. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, pretty much revolves around my mom. So it tests me and stuff. That's why October I was kind of absent for a long time, is because I had to figure out a lot of stuff on my own. Man, we're talking about some deep stuff today, guys. It's a good book, Luann. You do need it. So I will say, I haven't shared this yet with anyone. You guys are going to be like my first. So as many of you know, on March 15th, I had to have surgery. And I was put on a pretty strict diet, and I've continued the diet just because I wanted to make differences and stuff. And Sean's been pretty strict. Sean usually gives in. Like if I say, Sean, I want sugar or I want candy, he'll say no, but then he'll do it because he wants me to be happy. And we have not done that, you know, and stuff like that. And so I've cut out all sugar, which is so hard. I've cut out carbs, which is so hard. I'm mostly drinking protein shakes and then a sensible dinner. And I am close to 37 pounds down. Isn't that cool? But I have a long way to go. Nobody else knows that but you guys. You are my first. But I just have to say this here. I am the typical what you call yo-yo dieter. So I will lose and I will feel great. And then all of a sudden I'll be like, I can control my eating habits. I can buy that bag of Skittles and just have 4 a day. And then I eat the whole thing. And then I take a dark turn and gain that weight right back. So today's a good day, but 3 months from now, I could go back to Fatty McFatterson. Let's just be honest. Oh, the last thing before I go, because we're getting close to my 45-minute cutoff time. 2 things. This Sunday is my Watts of Love auction. Please, please, please. Please show up, even if you just want to have fun. We are going to be live. Well, it's going to be 12 hours. I think we're going to be live for like 2 hours, take a break, 2 hours, take a break. And I have a lot of stuff we're going to be auctioning off. Let me tell you what we're doing. So number one, we are going to be auctioning off all of our Chalk Couture artwork that we've done over the past year. We are also going to be just taking donations in through like a super chat way. And every time we get a donation, we're going to add every hour, we're going to have a pot of giveaways, meaning like Cricut product or stamps and stuff. And at the end of the hour, everyone that donated just cash, super chat, we're going to pick a winner and then start over again. And then we are going to match whatever our following raises. We will be live on both YouTube and Facebook. And this way people can, of course, get artwork we've created. We're going to sign it and stuff, but we're also going to have fun. We're going to play trivia. We're just going to talk. Sean's going to chalk, which doesn't happen very often. And everything we chalk during that time will also be auctioned off, which is really excited. I have a goal of 10,000, which is crazy. But if we do 5,000 as a following between all of us, we're matching it. So if you guys all collectively raise 5,000, Sean and I are going to match the other 5,000 because we believe in Watts of Love so much, which we're going to go over all of that during the auction and what it is and all that stuff. So that's one big event. And then the very next day, which is Monday, here come these girls again. Where are their parents? This is an Amber Alert waiting to happen. I mean, anyone could just grab them. Any van could drive by and just grab them. Maybe I'm just paranoid. Okay, so what were we talking about? Oh, so on Monday, Sean's first day back, well, not back, his first day on the job, we are kicking off our 100,000 celebration. So you guys were amazing. I did a call to action that says, guys, I'm so close to $100,000. Please, 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 subscribe and stuff. And we got over 100,000. I'm just waiting for my plaque from YouTube, which can take forever, but we did get to 100,000. And so I've teamed up with a lot of companies. I reached out to a lot of companies and I had companies reach back out saying, hey, we want to be part of your celebration. So next week we're going to be going live, possibly more than once a day, and doing huge giveaways with companies I partner with. So Cricut, Silhouette, Brother, Stamplistic, Brutus Monroe, Pink and Main, May Made It, Artistry, Thermoweb, and some more. And what's great is they're big prizes. So I'm giving away Cricut Maker, Cricut Easy Presses. I'm giving away a Cameo 3. I've already purchased a Brother Scan and Cut DX to give away. I'm going to be giving away, of course, stuff from ThermoWeb, all of the sponsors. ThermoWeb has even said, and they've never done this. They very rarely do it, but ThermoWeb said, we appreciate you so much, Ken, that we're going to unlock an exclusive coupon code just for you and your crew, which never happened, you guys. So that's really exciting too. So if you are a big ThermoWeb or Gina K fan of their stuff, be looking for that video. And I'm giving away Cricut Cuties and a cash prize. So you want to make sure you show up next week. It will be ran through like a raffle copter. There will be certain things you have to do, like my page and all that good jazz. Just because that way I'm in compliance with laws. That's very important. And I want to give back to the companies that I'm working with. So like it might say, for example, Cricut, make sure to follow Cricut's Instagram or something like that. So this is going to start next Monday and go through Friday. I will post a schedule on Monday of all the videos. So that way you guys know exactly when the videos go live. It will not have to be, you have to watch it live and the winner will be live. It will be something where I'm just talking about the company, why I love the company, why I support them. And then also it will tell you how to enter it. So can I unlike it now then? If you already have liked the page and subscribed, you don't have to do anything. You just say, yay. And the reason I wanted to do this is I truly do only show what I love. If I review something and I don't love it, usually I will tell people or I just won't use it again. Lately, it's been a little different because I've been so busy, but I generally just review what I love. And these are things that I love. And I want to tell you why I love it. It's not just like, hey, I'm supporting this company because I have an affiliate link and I can make money. It's, hey, I'm supporting this and this is what I love about this company. And this is why I support them. And this is why I do it. So I will let you guys know. And then I will also post a schedule and just know that even if you're not watching live, you can still enter and win and stuff. So that's going to be Monday through Friday. So Watts of Love auction is Sunday. The 100K celebration is Monday through Friday. And then we'll probably take a little break. I have not gone to Michael's yet. And here's why. Here's why. I am trying to save money because there's this whole thing called Sean's quitting his job and we don't have that income anymore. And if I go, I know I'm going to buy the foil quill and the We Are Memory Keepers little spinner thing. And I don't have time to play with those. I don't have time to review those. So I buy so much stuff, you guys, that I never, ever use. And I need to change that. And it will change with Sean joining. But every time we go to Michael, Sean's now his thing, it used to be get whatever you want, makes you happy, right? Or get whatever you want, as long as you're, going to use it. Now it is, do not get that. You don't have time. And here's the products you still have in your box and haven't used. Once you use those, you can buy that. He is getting mean, guys. So when I do my mystery boxes in October, most of the stuff in the mystery boxes is stuff that I bought and I have given away because I never used it. So my ice looks like this. Someone just asked again about the ice. This is the Opal ice maker. See? Oh, it's like Sonic ice and it's real crunchy. He's not mean. He's just being really forceful now. He's become practical. Exactly. So anyways, but I am going to get back to doing my craft reviews. I miss doing reviews so much. And I tried doing reviews are really hard to do live. And they almost have to be an edited video, like my machine reviews. Here's the deal. A machine review, let's just use the Maker or the Cricut Explorer Air 2. Those machine reviews take me about 2.5 weeks to do. We shoot all the raw footage. Then I go through, well, first I test the machine. I check it out, make sure I want to review it, make sure I love it, or if I hate it and how I'm going to present it. Then we film it. Then I do all of the editing. Then I have to voice over it. And then I have to do all of the editing in a software. So I miss doing that. I just don't have time. So I will be coming back with my crafty reviews because I love reviews. In fact, I have non-crafty reviews I want to do. Like I want to do a review on the Opal Ice Machine. It's just they take up a lot of time. But hopefully I'll get back to doing that and stuff. The great thing is since Sean will be here now, we can go live a lot more. And we have a new software that allows us to go live on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. So like I could do, let's just say the Opal Ice review, which is my new favorite ice. I could do a quick review on that or something. So I'm really excited about that. There's exciting stuff coming. And I am super excited because I literally have so many ideas in my head about possibly doing a new product line or teaming up with other companies and doing product lines, because that's the next thing I will want to do once I have time to support it and stuff. So hopefully that means it's coming. All right, guys. Well, we are going to be live again tonight. Please join us. It is viewer mail. I have viewer mail probably going back to Christmas that I just haven't had time to do a video, but tonight is the night. So we're going to open up viewer mail and even show you some mail I've gotten in and opened up again. So we will probably go live on viewer mail around 5-ish tonight on YouTube and Facebook. So please come join. A lot of people have made beautiful cards. Hi, Sean. And I just want to show it off and everything like that. He should be home. Why is he not home? It's 3:46. So we will see you guys tonight around 5 o'clock on viewer mail. Until then, thank you so much for the support. Thank you for using our links, which help support us. And thank you for